Hi, this is Richard Quack here, coming to you live from Malaysia. I would like to welcome you to my weekly live video. And in today's session, I would like to talk about personal development. And the topic is the power of now. I'm sure if you are aware, you know, uh, you have come across the term the power of now. Okay, unless you are living under the rock. Okay, the power of now is something that is very popular. Now, what is the power of now? The power of now, or be in the present moment. Okay, the power of now, or sometimes it is called be in the present moment. It is made popular by Eckhart Tolle in his book, The Power of Now. All right. Now, if you have not read the book, then you can get a copy and read it. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Now, when we talk about time, all right, when we talk about time, normally we talk about time in terms of Newtonian physics. Newtonian physics, that is the old law, right? When we talk about time, it is always talking about Newtonian physics. Now, when we talk about Newtonian physics, time is about space-time. That means there is plenty of space. All right, there's plenty of space. That means to go from one point to another point, you need to go to space. And going to space will take time. All right, it will take time. And basically, the time will depend on the how far it is and also the speed you're traveling and so on. All right, so basically what I want to share is, I don't go into more detail, but if you talk about Newtonian physics, that is what we are talking about when we talk about time. All right, now there are three blocks of time. When we talk about Newtonian physics, there are three blocks of time. We have the past, we have the future, and we have the present moment, which is the now. Okay, now. So let's have a look at the three blocks of time here. When you talk about the past, when you talk about the past, what do you associate the past with? I'm sure it is full of regrets. It is guilt. It is disappointment. It is anger and so on. All the negative emotions that you can have is associated with the past. So if you think back to the past, then there's a lot of disappointment. There's a lot of guilt and so on, right? Now, on the other hand, if you talk about the future is not here yet, right? It's not here yet, so it's uncertain. So the future, when you go to the future, when you think about the future, it is a lot of uncertainty. It's a lot of fear. All right, example, would I be able to improve myself financially to be able to support my family, send my children to further education and so on? So there's a lot of fear. All right, will I be able to keep my job? In view of the current what you call pandemic and so on. So basically, when you talk about the future, you are talking about fear most of the time. All right. Now, if you do not want to have regrets, you don't want to have fear, then you got to put yourself in the now, in the present moment, because the present moment is the point of creation. That's where all things are created. The present moment. That means in the present moment, or as we call it, the now. Okay, that is what this topic is about, the power of now. Now, let's talk about time in terms of quantum physics. All right, in terms of quantum physics, it's about time, space. Time, space, that means there is infinite amount of time. All right, and basically, when you have infinite amount of time, just think about it. What can you do when you have infinite amount of time? All right, and when you talk about time in terms of quantum physics, it is only now. That is all now. When you talk about Newtonian physics, time is linear. All right, linear this way. All right, you have the past, okay, you have the now, and you have the future. All right, so three blocks of time. You have the past, the present, and the future. But when you talk about Newtonian physics, all right, you're talking about time in this way, vertical. All right, when it's vertical, there is no past, there's no present, there is no past, there's no future. It is only now, in the present moment. That is why when we talk about time in terms of Newtonian physics, it is only the present moment. That's how, in the now. So there is no past, there's no future. It is a matter of moving up and down, this particular now. All right, and how do you move up? It's a matter of using your thoughts and vibration and frequency, that's all. All right. What it means here is that, you do not have to travel through time to get what you want. It's all there. It is infinite possibility. That's all. It's infinite possibility. In short, in summary, it is about attracting what you want to you. That's it. You don't have to move to where you want to go. All right. Like if you set a goal, all right, you have to move to time because you got to do what. Let's say a good example. Let's say you plan to buy a house. All right. You plan to buy a house. That means you have to plan. All right. You got to look for the house. Then after that, you got to go look for a loan, and after that, you have to repay the loan over a period of time. So it takes a long time to be able to repay everything. Okay, but when you talk about quantum physics, it is in the present moment. That's it. Everything happens now. There are possibilities, infinite possibilities outside there, which are already there. It is only a matter of using your thought, using the vibration and frequency to pull it to you. Okay, I hope I understand that. I know it's a bit complicated to a lot of people, but this is what it's all about. Okay, now let's talk about using Newtonian physics. All right, I don't know talk about quantum physics here, but only you need to know in quantum physics. Okay, it is based on time, space, and only now. That's it. It is a vertical line. All right, time is vertical. That means no future and no past. All right. Now, all you have is now. Isn't it true? All you have is now. I want you to put yourself in the present moment. In the present moment, now, while watching my life, all right? Where are you now? You must be aware that is putting yourself in the present moment. Where are you now? Can you hear? Can you feel? Can you smell where you are now? I'm sure you can hear, you can feel, and you can smell. All right? Is there a problem now? The problem, there is no problem in the present moment. The problem is always in the future when you are uncertain. All right, in the present moment now, there is no problem. So let me ask you this question. At this moment in time, where you are sitting in your room or whatever it is there any problem? No, there's no problem at all. So in the present moment, there is no problem. Problem exists only in the future. Okay, or regrets and so on, disappointment, all in the past. Okay, so there's no problem. Now, your mind wants to wander off. Your mind always wants to wander off because of the old programming. We have been programmed that way. The mind is in control of you. You are not in control of your mind, most of us. All right, the mind is in control of us. Have you experienced it or not? Okay, when you are doing something, suddenly something crop up into your mind. It's what they call monkey chatters. Okay, monkey chatters. I want you to do an experiment with me, all right? Think about a happy thought, something that makes you happy when you think about it, all right? Something that makes you happy. Maybe the first time you hold your baby or whatever it is, okay? One happy thought. I want you to hold that happy thought for just 15 seconds. Can you do that? Okay, I want you to hold a happy thought for just 15 seconds. Okay, now what I can assure you is that within the 15 seconds, although it's a happy thought, something that you value, it makes you good, feel good, and so on, most people cannot hold the happy thought for 15 seconds. You know why? Within the 15 seconds, somewhere along there, your thought will run. Okay, you'll be thinking of other things. Suddenly something will crop into your mind. Okay, example, what am I going to eat later on? Or have I locked my car? Did I lock my door? And so on. So basically, a lot of thoughts that comes in, You're thinking about something you watch over the TV or whatever. So a lot of things come in. So in most cases, we are not in control of our mind. Our mind is in control of us. All right? So if you don't believe me, you try this at home, all right? Later on after this, 15 seconds, think of a happy thought and focus only for just 15 seconds, put a timer. Most people cannot. All right, if you can, fantastic, congratulations. Then we can move on to the next step, which is 15 minutes of happy thought. Okay, I'm not going to go through that. It is in one of my sessions, but basically, what I want to say is that, your mind is always in control of you. not you are in control of your mind. So when you are not in control of your mind, you cannot succeed because your mind only knows what happened to the current moment until the present moment. Now, that is what your mind knows. What you want, your success is all in the future. Your goal, your dream is all in the future. So your mind have not experienced the future. That is why your mind is very fearful. So when you think about, success in the future, your mind say, "Oh, come on, don't go there. It's very dark. It's very dangerous. By the way, I don't think you can do it. You failed so many times before." That sort of things. All right. So basically, your mind wants to wander off because why? Your mind is in control of you. So if you want to succeed, you got to control your mind. That means you got to take charge of your mind. All right. And how do you take charge of your mind? By doing certain exercise and also through meditation. All right. Now, how to put yourself in the present moment? All right. This is all I'm talking about is Newtonian physics. Okay. The present, the past, and the future. How you put yourself in the present moment is do certain exercise. Take a walk in the park. Take a walk in the garden or in the park and observe the beauty around you. Because most of the time when we walk in the park, we just walk without thinking, without observing, right? So now, to be in the present moment, you got to take a walk in the park and observe everything around you. Observe the beauty of the flowers, observe the wind blowing the tree, observe the birds flying, the sound of the birds. So basically, that is what being in the now means. Observe what is happening around you. Okay. Another exercise you can do is focus on an object. Let's say you got a painting in the house. Look at the painting and observe. Observe the painting. Don't let your thoughts go elsewhere. Just observe the painting for maybe 5 minutes. All right. Do that exercise. Focus on it. Be in the now all the time. Don't let your mind run off. Focus on an object, maybe a painting or whatever it is, Look at it and observe it for at least 10 minutes, 5 minutes to 10 minutes. Okay. And of course, the other thing is meditation. Okay. There are certain meditation you can put yourself in the now. All right. Put yourself in the now. And basically, meditation is very, very, very powerful. All right. And I'm not talking about all sort of meditation or the religious style meditation whereby you sit down, and you chant Om and so on. No. It's a guided style of meditation. All right. Basically, you got to put yourself in the now. That's about it. If you want to be successful, all right, you got to put yourself in the now. And you must understand that what we are talking about time, most of the time, is Newtonian physics. Okay, we are using Newtonian, which is the old model. But today, with quantum physics, is totally different. That's why, it is very interesting. There are a lot of things you can read on, you can listen to about quantum physics, which is very interesting. This is something that is not new, but it will be into the future, it will be more and more and more. Okay, so basically now you've got a quantum computer, everything quantum, which means it's small and faster because why? Using quantum physics, a lot of things are going to happen in the future. All right, because we are all energy. Everything is energy. So with quantum physics, we are talking about energy, which is actually altering the frequency of the energy. Okay, so that's all my sharing for tonight. I hope that you appreciate what I've gone through here. All right, let me summarize for you the power of now. The now means in the present moment. Okay, and there are 3 blocks of time according to Newtonian physics. We have the past, the future, and the now. All right, and if you talk about the 3 blocks of time, the past, when you go to the past or when you focus on the past, it'll be full of regrets, guilt, disappointment, anger, and so on, right? But when you focus on the future, there's a lot of uncertainty there, so there is a lot of fear, all right? And lastly, you got to put yourself in the present moment because this is the point of creation, all right? Now, according to quantum physics, there's only now, that's it. Because time is not linear. According to Newtonian physics, time is linear, all right? But when you talk about quantum physics, time is vertical. Okay, that means there's only now. That's all. Now, the other thing I talk about is that you must take control of your mind, which is very important. Most people don't. All right. And how do you put yourself in the now? Take a walk in the park, observe the beauty around you. All right. Or at home, you can focus on a painting or a picture Focus on it without your mind running elsewhere. Just focus on the beauty of it and focus on the spot. Okay, put yourself in the now or through meditation. Okay, so that's all my sharing for today. I hope that you learned something here. I think this is a very important topic. Most people are not in the now. Put yourself in the now. That means be present. Be present. All right. When you talk to somebody, make sure that you are in the present. When you talk to somebody, I know a lot of people when they talk to somebody, they are texting on the phone, and so that is not being in the now. In the now means you are fully focused on what is happening there. All right. So I would like to thank you for your time that you spent with me here. I hope you learned something. If you like what you hear and see, please feel free to like, to share, and to comment. Okay, I appreciate you for your time here. And that's all my sharing for today. I'll see you again for another session of my live video on Friday. Okay, so this is Richard Quek from Malaysia wishing you good night and goodbye.